Welcome to Super Story Time, a time where we listen to wonderful, beautiful stories. We draw life skills, life lessons, life values from them and become thought leaders. Let's begin. This incident took place in 1979. Her name was Dr. Ellen Langer. She was from Harvard. She completed her psychology master's from there. And she wanted to invent time machine, travel back in time. And what she did was she chose and she took an old age home to do an experiment. And she chose 8 elderly people above the age of 80. It's a true incident. She took above the age of 80 and she took an old age home and she made some changes to it. Very significant changes. Then these 8 people she chose, they 4 of them could barely walk. They needed a walker to walk. 4 of them sometimes would even forget things. They would not even remember. 1 or 2 will not even remember the name in some time. So these were the kind of things. And what she did was she decorated this place. She changed the interiors as if it is 1959. The incident is taking place in 1979, but the place from inside is like 1959. First thing what she did was when this elderly people started to arrive, there was nobody to pick up the bags. They had the luggage. They said that you'll be staying here for 7 days. 7 days is what you'll be staying here for. And they were said that to bring some things and all. So they brought nobody to pick up the luggage. They were very unhappy. They were annoyed. What is this? We are elderly people. No one is there to pick up and all other things. And Dr. Ellen said, no, you have to take your things on your own. They were very unhappy and all that. They somewhere managed to drag their luggages, get back to their room and all the other things. That was the first challenge they underwent. They were not very happy. However, Dr. Ellen had changed everything. She made one rule. She said, it's up to you. You guys can quit now. If you're not very happy, you have to think, behave, and talk as if you are in 1959. It is 1979, but you have to think, talk, behave like it is 1959, 20 years from ago. You are all 80 years old, but you have to all behave like you are 60 years old. You have to behave like that. You have to talk in present tense. Hey, how are you? They have to talk about the incidents which are happening in 19, which have already happened, but they talk as if it is 1959, 20 years from back. Initially, first 1 or 2 days, nobody quit, by the way. They all decided they will participate in this experiment and nobody quit. First, one day was they couldn't go back. They couldn't go back. They were talking in past tense. You know what happened? This. They were no color television, black and white television. There were records, the posters, everything looked like that they were there. They were talking about Castro of Cuba. They were talking about President Eisenhower, who was that time the president of America. They had to talk, what did Eisenhower say today? Though it is in the past. What did Eisenhower say today? What is happening in Cuba today? But it has happened 20 years back. So now, second day onwards, things started to shift. Their energy started to change. And most of them, who even had some memory-related challenges, they started to remember more things. They were more cheerful. They were more friendly. They had to behave and they had to talk as if they had the energy when they were that 60-year-old. 5 days later, this is something crazy happened. 5 days later, they are playing football outside. Touch football. Dr. Ellen looked out of the window and she saw all these 8 people are playing football outside. How old they are? 80. Out of them, 4 of them cannot walk. Cannot walk properly without a walker. That bad they were. And 7 days later, when they had left, they were literally younger. They were happier. Their memories had become better. Their cognition had become, their motor skills, fine. Gross motor skills had become better. Dr. Ellen wrote this book, The Time Machine. And the very famous based on this study. She repeated this exercise 21 times. 21 times she repeated. And she says all the participants who participated, it was the first study which was done with only 8 people. Later on, she had larger number of people going on. So she did this for almost 10 years period. And after that, she wrote this book called Time Travel, where she put on the best stories, best things about studies about how age can be reversed. Time travel back in time, become more younger. Just how many days? 7 days, 21 such studies, which lasted literally for almost about 10 years. She studied them, she worked, she journalized them. White paper was submitted, and the book is called as a Time Travel by Dr. Ellen Jenner, a Harvard psychologist, and a wonderful thing to see how you can change back your age, reverse back, age reversal. No change in food, no change in anything, only change in environment, change in the way how it is, and you have to think like as if you are in 1959. Things that I want to add from this is we often talk about it. In fact, before that, also psychologists often talk about mind-body connection. This was proven in this particular book. She did 21 such exercises. The first one started with 8 people. The last one was about 20, 25 people, where she was studying their health. She was taking the vitals. She was seeing everything. She saw cataract. Cataract. At that age, cataract comes. Sometimes, not to everybody. She saw cataract diminishing, cataract disappearing. This is what she was able to discover in that particular study. The name of the study is called as Time Travel, going back in time. Yes. So this is how the mind works. So one is mind-body connection. Second thing is environment is stronger than will. Environment is very, very powerful. Make sure that you choose environment which empowers you, which makes you more productive, which makes you think the best you are. Choose your friends wisely. Choose the people you hang around with. Each of them ate, one influenced the other, and within 5 days, they were playing touch football outside. Fake it till you make it. That's what it is. Just by thinking, power of thought.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sachin and I am a life coach. I use games, activities and exercises to teach young champions valuable life skills and study skills which help them become number one in studies and number one in life. Continue to watch our videos, share them, subscribe to our channel and please do comment. It'll help us, it'll inspire us to make more good content like this. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Also do visit our website. Thank you so much.